Hi, everyone, and thanks for joining us today for a walkthrough of KeyPoint, DAT's broker TMS. KeyPoint is a comprehensive transportation management system, or TMS, designed specifically for brokers. It works seamlessly with DAT products like the DAT1 load board, Carrier Watch, and RateView and DAT IQ to provide an efficient way to manage the freight lifecycle. If you are interested in learning more about streamlining your operations into a single integrated system, you've come to the right place. Joining me today is Mike Markowitz, a sales executive who has been with DAT since 2007. Mike, thanks so much for joining us today. To start off, would you mind giving a quick intro of yourself?
Yeah, I have been in and around the freight industry for close to 30 years. I've been with DAT for almost 20, and I've been working on the KeyPoint team since the beginning. So I look forward to answering your questions today.
Yes, I'm excited to get started on this overview together. To kick things off, can you explain a bit more about when and why you should get started with a TMS?
Well, in my opinion, I think a TMS is helpful when you can't keep up with your business using spreadsheets. When you feel like you need to hire someone, try implementing a good TMS first. By automating repetitive tasks, a good TMS allows you to move more freight with fewer people.
That's great. And I imagine as your brokerage starts to grow, your needs start to change as well. Can you give me a few examples or maybe some signs that you've outgrown your current TMS?
Yeah, it's when you feel like you need more automation and advanced tools. In-depth reporting can give you valuable insights into your business, like what lanes are most profitable and what customers. If you find yourself doing the same task over and over again, there's a good chance that the TMS can automate that work. Also, professional-looking invoices and rate confirmations will help you, your customers build confidence in your business.
Yeah. I imagine as your brokerage starts to get busy, you'll start to need additional tools and automation to streamline things, streamline your operations as well. So DAT has a TMS application called KeyPoint. Can you talk a bit more about why a broker should be using that? I mean, why KeyPoint?
KeyPoint delivers a highly efficient workflow and deep integrations with other DA tools and services. It's a single holistic platform that can grow as your needs grow. We have honed our screens and workflows at the guidance of our high-volume customers to make our TMS as streamlined as possible.
That's great. It sounds like it might be a good option then for accessing all DAT tools. Can you explain how KeyPoint integrates with other DAT products specifically?
Yeah, I think it's really excellent the way we have embedded the functionality of load boards, Carrier Watch, RateView, soon tracking into the TMS, so you don't need to bounce between various applications. You save time, effort, and makes you more efficient being in a single platform.
That's great. Let's take a look. Would you mind going through a quick demo for us?
Not at all. Okay, this is our application. It is available any place you have an internet connection. It will run on any device. We're going to focus on just 3 primary screens right now. First, we'll start in order entry where we will build a new load. Okay, so today's date and time, Mike Markowitz is logged in. Truckload is my default load type. Bill to, we use codes, so it's American Automotive out of Dallas, Texas. And I just did a lookup, and there's only one potential match. Equipment type is for posting. This is van, reefer, flat, etc. If I put a value on the load, the system will validate the carrier's cargo insurance. Comments are going to print on the rate confirmation to the carrier. So these are special instructions specific to this load. That went green to let me know there's comments back there. We have 6 reference fields available. When we set up the system for the first time, we will coordinate with you and label these buttons however you'd like. So we could capture a PO number. If we happen to have more than one PO number, we can capture any number of values. That one bold to let me know there's more data behind that button. Now we had picks and drops. So we are going to pick up today at 11 o'clock, and we can get it until tomorrow at 1700. We're going to pick up at AA in Dallas. We are going to do a delivery now on the 9th, and we don't have appointment time set yet. So we're going to just leave those at 0, and we're going to deliver at AA in Chicago, Illinois. Okay, then we can describe the freight. We've got 20 pallets. Auto parts. Weighs 32,000. We're going to charge the customer $1,800 flat rate. If I had additional charges, I could just down arrow to create new line items. So extra picks, drops, lumpers, detention, etc. And we're effectively building the invoice to the customer here. Okay, we're just going to go ahead and save this. It'll give me the next sequential order number. If I was going to post this load to the DAT board, we click the post button, and when I click post now, it will post almost immediately. We can also take advantage of priority booking and private networks. Now we could consult rate view, and this will pass me over to my rate view account where it put hands in dry van and Dallas to Chicago. And here it's showing me high, low, and average prices that brokers are paying carriers in this lane month by month for the past year. And where my mouse is the last 7 days as of today. That is based on 26 reports from 15 different companies. So based on that, I might ballpark what I'd like to pay a carrier. And if I got into negotiation with the carrier, we're going to watch this middle column here. Revenue is what I'm going to charge the customer. Cost is what I'm going to pay the carrier. The difference is the profit and the percent profit. And this is the negotiation screen. So this is where the carrier might say, I want $1,700. And when I hit enter, I'm only going to make $100 on that load. And that is 5.56%. And behind the scenes, I could go ahead and apply my target margin and tell the carrier that I could give them $1,530. Okay. If the carrier says, okay, we're going to keep those numbers. And when I exit, that number we just ballpark now gets replaced with what we just negotiated. I'm going to save this, and now I'm going to head out to the dispatch control screen, and this is your primary operations screen for all the loads you're moving. And so I have an origin and destination, equipment type, next appointment. Okay. We are getting near our appointment, and so we're calling attention to this order. On this one, we've turned orange because we've missed our early appointment, but not our late. So we're still in the on-time window, but it needs attention. This one, I'm flat late, and I need to figure out what's going on with this and talk to the customer before the customer talks to me. I have my dispatch control screen sorted by status. Available means I need to find a truck. Matched means I think this carrier is going to do it, but something needs to firm up. Planned means the carrier is on the load, but he has not picked up yet. Pickup actual means he has picked up, but he hasn't delivered. And delivered is a little unique in my system because I have a status beyond delivered called finished. These loads are delivered but not finished. There's two common ways to utilize that. I delivered short on this one, so I'm working a claim. I don't want to lose track of it. I'm going to keep it on my active board, or I leave it in the delivered status until carrier paperwork comes in. And then I attach the paperwork and flip to finished. That's usually the cue for invoicing. I'm going to right click on this upload and go to capacity management. And there it populated. Basic load information, origin, destination, what I'm going to bill the customer, what I'm going to pay the carrier, my margin and percentage. In the past 365 days, I have paid $15.25 on average for carriers to haul this lane. That's based on 109 orders and 6 different carriers. According to RateView, that price is $15.96. So I'm pretty close to the RateView average. Here's a list of available matching carriers, and it's broken into 3 sections. The top section is carriers that are already set up in my system that have a truck posted that matches this lane. They have a truck posted right now on the DAT board. So we can try to contact them. The next section that's showing me the number of trips, these are carriers that are set up in my system that have hauled this lane for me previously. Okay, LLM has done it 69 times. And we go ahead and call Richard Tucker at this phone number and see if he's available. The bottom section is trucks that are posted that match this lane that are not set up in my system. And I could just go ahead and highlight one of these, for example, and call him. And if he's interested and he's a good match, I can onboard him with just a click. So using our Carrier Watch integration, we've pulled in his name, address, he's a motor carrier, contact information. We got his insurance information. We did have insurance on file for that guy. First time I've ever seen that. There we go. So it's a system has assigned a 322 abbreviation. And I can hit update. We've got green checks on insurance, safety, and authority. And I could go ahead and proceed with my normal carrier vetting process, sending them carrier package, etc. We could actually go ahead and dispatch from here. We could capture the driver's name and phone number. And when we hit the dispatch button, the system is asking if I'd like to send a rate confirmation. So I'll say yes. We have a choice of rate confirmations. We can have multiple versions of the rate confirmation. We can also sell a bill of lading. I'll just pull this one up as a preview. When we build out your system on first setup, we customize your rate confirmation. So it'll have your logo and your company information. This is the sender's contact information. There's the carrier's information, where we're picking up, when we're picking up, and what we're picking up. Special instructions is all I typed so far, and the price. This is all my standard legal language that goes on every rate confirmation. Okay. This order is now planned. And from here on out, we're just going to do standard check call information, pick it up, current location, ultimately delivered. We can put comments on it. So we have a comment that weather delay will be 2 hours late. Our system is designed to be able to work from this level. The combination of next appointment, status, last check call comments, last check call date and time, who did it, current location, city and state. We can work these loads without having to drill into the load unless the price has changed. And finally, The carrier says he's picked up and delivered successfully. He has sent the paperwork in, and we can close out this load in one click. And this will complete any open check calls that are remaining. And since I'm looking at active loads, this load will now fall off the list because it is finished. I can invoice it. I could receive cash receipts. I could send collections letters. I could set the carrier up for payment. And I could run financial reports. So that's the life of a load in just a nutshell. Thank you, and back to Leah.
Great. Thanks so much, Mike. Lots to cover and lots of helpful updates. I really appreciate you joining and going through that product walkthrough today. Like Mike said, if you're interested in learning more about KeyPoint, DAT's broker TMS, feel free to reach out to your DAT rep or visit our website at dat.com/broker TMS. Thanks, everyone.
Thanks.